My boyfriend bragged to all my friends about how he runs me in bed, so I ran away from that relationship, but now I just found out all my friends were lying so I'd hook up with one of them. A year ago, I, 27F, was about to move in with my first serious boyfriend, Josh, 27M. Honestly, I was head over heels in love with him, and I thought he was the one. But one day, one of my closest friends pulled me aside and said Josh had said some disturbing things regarding our intimate life, and I had to know ASAP. Apparently, Josh had shown them a very explicit photo of me on his phone when he was drunk at a party. 5 or 6 more of my friends corroborated the story and told me that Josh also talked in extreme detail about our under-the-sheets action while showing the photo. It was sickeningly detailed. This did not sound at all like Josh, and when I asked him what was going on, he denied everything. He eventually got very angry and started calling all of my friends liars. At one point, he showed up at my place while some of them were visiting, and things got a little physical. It was a very strange turn of events in my life. Josh seemed so worked up, and all of my close friends were calling him a liar. Josh did have photos of me on his phone, of course, since I was the one who sent them to him, but I never thought for a second that he would betray me like that. I was heartbroken. I trusted my friends and broke up with Josh. I felt like there was a giant pit in my stomach, and I felt like I needed to throw up. Josh begged me to believe him. He started tearing up, nearly punched the wall, and left angrily. I was really grossed out at the time and felt super conflicted. A few months later, I started dating one of the friends, Alex, who had told me about Josh showing everyone the photo. All of my friends were pushing me to date Alex at the time. We didn't really sync, and it didn't last more than a few months, but we remained friends of sorts. Then today, another friend sent me a message saying he just wanted to get something off his chest. The story about Josh wasn't true. They were really trying to get me to date Alex, so they made up that story about Josh, and since there were so many people vouching for the same story, they knew I would obviously believe them. After talking to a few of the other people, including Alex, it all came out that they were lying. It was this massively orchestrated BS event that totally changed my life forever. Apparently, they hated Josh and thought he was bad for me and a jerk. What the actual hell, that is my decision to make, not theirs. I'm shaking right now. I cried in the office bathroom for about 2 hours afterward. I loved Josh so much. We were planning a life together. And I've been friends with that group since high school. I feel so betrayed. I guess I'm supposed to stop talking to my friends, right? I cannot possibly come back from this and still talk to them, can I? This basically nukes my group of friends, but how could I ever even look at them again? Also, I need closure with Josh, but I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to contact him after what I did. Should I call him? Should I unblock him on Facebook and message him? What do I do? Update 1. Even though everyone seemed to think this was a terrible idea, I sent Josh an email on Friday. I copied it here. Josh, I don't know if you are still connected to anyone on Facebook, but if you are, you probably already know why I am sending this. I know it is totally unfair and selfish to contact you, but I cannot imagine going through the rest of my life without apologizing. So, before I say a bunch of embarrassing things, more than anything, I want to say that I am sorry I did not trust you. I am sorry I let other people decide our relationship. I am sorry for what I put you through. But I figure this might be my only chance to say this, so here comes the really lame, embarrassing stuff. I spent the past day thinking about the past year, where I would be if I had believed you, what my life would be like. Would we be engaged? Would we be married? I'm not over you. I want to try again. I'm not asking you to marry me, but if you ever find yourself thirsty, I would love to buy you a beverage of your choice. I want to talk to you again. I miss everything about our relationship. I miss you getting annoyed when I stole your French fries. I miss fighting with you over money. I miss making you breakfast. I miss watching The Office with you over and over and over. I miss you terribly. My information is still the same. I would not blame you if you ignored and deleted this. Just know that I know. I am really sorry. I hope this email conveys how deeply I regret what happened and how much I still care for you. It was difficult to write, but I needed to express my feelings and apologize sincerely. So I sent it and tried to take my mind off of it. Just writing it and sending it was extremely cathartic. I spent Saturday morning sitting around watching old movies when someone rang my doorbell. Assuming it was Amazon, I ignored it and waited for the delivery driver to leave so that I could sneak out and grab the package. Maybe TMI, but I was in my bathrobe. After a minute or two, I walked over to the door and looked through the peephole. It was Josh, just standing there. Obviously, my heart leapt into my throat. I had been compulsively checking my phone for a response, but I was not expecting something like that. Everything in my house, including me, was pretty disheveled. I cracked the door, smiled, said hi, and told him that I had to get dressed really quick. What a terrible interaction. So I ran around my place throwing stuff into corners, pulled my hair back, found something to wear, and went back to the door. He said, "I'm here for that beverage." I only had OJ and water, which was also pretty embarrassing, but Josh stuck around anyway. He didn't ask many questions. I started to talk about the photo incident, but he said he didn't really care to talk about it. We both know all of the details now. The conversation eventually grew a bit aimless, and we were just talking like old times. It was wonderful. He asked if I was hungry. I wasn't really, but of course, I said I was. We went to a nearby burger place that we used to go to all the time. He did ask whether or not I had dated Alex. He didn't seem too upset by my answer. I asked him if he had dated anyone. He had a 6-month relationship in the interim. She sounded great, but I didn't pry. When we got back to my place, Josh asked what I was doing for the rest of the day, and I said, I don't have plans. We spent the rest of the day together, then the night. It's totally stupid to move that fast, but I'm not going to spend much time worrying about it. I'm feeling happy. We spent part of Sunday together too, then Tuesday, and Wednesday. We discussed what we were doing. 2 single people dating each other, was the consensus. So yeah, we are together again. I think the world of him and will always regret what happened. No matter what, though, I'm extremely happy I sent the letter to him. It's interesting to think that if he had actually done what everyone accused him of, and then I took him back, I would probably have trust issues. Now, obviously, I trust him to the core. He could tell me the world was flat, and I'd have trouble questioning him. Just a weird thought I've been having. So that's the story. I hope things work out. No matter what, things are better today than they were last week.